Yes, we made it to the weekend. Yes, we did. Be proud of yourself. Welcome, everybody, to Thursday Thrashing Friday. I am Vince Russo. You are not. But welcome to my world. You are all invited. Everybody is always invited. Come on in, bro. Take a seat. Grab a cream soda, bro. Please, please, please take off your sweater vest. No sweater vests are allowed in here. Come in as you are. Let's load up this room, bro. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Friday, January 30th, 2026. Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody watching watched JCW Lunacy last night on YouTube. A lot of people, man, really starting to support this product because this product is everything that myself and Violent J said it was going to be. It is different. There are no rules. There are no regulations. There are no boardrooms. There's just a bunch of people, man, having fun in the wrestling business. And I guess some things I said in my opening monologue on JCW really stirred some people up. And it's hysterical to me because ever since I, became a public figure, I have always stated the truth. And man, I have found out time and time again, people just can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to know the truth. And when you put the truth out there, everybody is up in arms. And apparently some people are up in arms about a couple of comments I made last night on JCW Lunacy. I did not get a haircut. I just got out of the shower. Before we get into that, guys, again, I want to tell you, if you want to be part of this conversation, if you have any comments, if you have anything you want to say, you could do that through super stickers and donations, and I will pull you right up on the screen, and I will address them. I am an open book. I have always been an open book. I have absolutely nothing to hide. You're not going to find skeletons in my closet. You're never going to catch me in a lie because I don't lie. So feel free to, shout out at me with a question or a comment. So I opened up JCW Lunacy yesterday, and I said two things. Number one, I said I had to make an executive decision because Triple H purged the JCW champion. That's a fact, bro. That is the absolute truth. When Matt Cardona won the JCW title on the show a couple of weeks ago, the very next day, he was signed by the WWE. Now, prior to that, he was in the John Cena retirement tournament. They didn't sign him after that. They didn't give him a contract after that SmackDown, and that was weeks prior to him winning the JCW title on YouTube. The day he won the title, the next day he got a contract. They purged the JCW champion. That's a fact. That ain't a lie. That ain't me making anything up. That is a fact. Then I said fact number 2. I said, I know there are a lot of you out there that would love me to put this JCW title on myself because let's face it, I was one of the greatest WCW champions of all time. Everybody knows that. And I said, now I know I would make a better champion than CM Punk. At least I wouldn't have to wrestle in my t-shirt because I'm 50 years old. Bro, that's a fact. CM Punk wrestles in his t-shirt because he's 50 years old. That is not me making anything up. That is not me saying anything bad about CM Punk. That is me merely stating a fact. CM Punk wrestles in a t-shirt because CM Punk has the body of a 50-year-old man. Bro, I've got the body of a 65-year-old man. Clear to anybody, bro. If you watched me opening up JCW yesterday, bro, I got a little bit of a drum. Because I'm 65, bro. When you're 65, man, unless you're working out like a fiend, you're going to have a little bit of a drum. So when I say Punk wrestles in a t-shirt because he's 50, that's life, bro. That's life. That's reality. That's not me saying anything bad about CM Punk at all. Bro, I only worked with CM Punk for a cup of coffee, man. CM Punk and myself crossed paths. Wow, bro. Way back in 2002 at TNA. And it was Raven, man. It was Raven who brought in CM Punk and was really, really, really pushing for CM Punk. CM Punk was an unknown at that time. So I only worked with him for a short period of time. I got nothing to say bad about CM Punk. CM Punk is he said some things about me, but what things that he said about me were really about my style of booking. He wasn't a fan of the way I booked, and that's fine, bro. CM Punk never said anything about me personally because he doesn't know me. So when I say, bro, he's wearing a t-shirt because he's 50, that is a fact. So not a shot at CM Punk. That is a fact. Bro, if I were to ever wrestle again, you bet your sweet bippy I would be wearing a shirt. Okay? Now, so I made the comments about Punk. I made the comments about Triple H. And what did I get this morning? Oh, Vince Russo is bitter because the WWE doesn't hire him. Okay, now, did you guys see me in the opening segment of JCW Lunacy last night? Did you see me in there with my boy Vito? I hope it came through your screen how much fun I'm having. And here's why I'm having the fun. Because I have freedom. I have freedom. I have the freedom to be me. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say. Violent J is going to be the last person to put Vince Russo in a box. Violent J understands creativity, and Violent J was the reason that I joined JCW, because I knew without a shadow of a doubt, Violent J is going to let me be me. And let me tell you something, bro. At my age, I ain't going to be anybody else but me. And I said to Violent J, brother, I'm going to take jabs at the WWE. I'm going to say a lot of things that are controversial. I'm going to say a lot of things that nobody else would ever say. And you know what Jay said to me the very first night? Vince, you be you, bro. You be you. That's freedom. That is freedom. And you guys can see last night when I'm cutting that promo, when I'm in there with Vito, when I got a vignette or two throughout the night, you guys are seeing a very, very happy Vince Russo, because Vince Russo is allowed to be creative. Nobody's got their freaking thumb on me. Nobody's telling me what to say and what not to say. Like at 65 years old, I don't have that figured out by now. So let's now fast forward to WWE Unreal. And let's go inside that boardroom. Bro, that is the room of death. The absolute room of death. You can feel the death in the room. You look at an episode of WWE Unreal, and it is crystal clear. Nobody wants to be in that room. Nobody wants to be in that room. That room is cold. That room is callous. That room has no personality. That room is the black hole of charisma. Now, you take Vince Russo, who you saw on JCW Lunacy last night, and you put Vince Russo in that room. And I'm going to be totally blunt now. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? Let's first look at the way everybody is dressed in that room. Bro, that Ed Koskey, bro, the dude's wearing a sweater vest and a tie. They're all wearing ties in a creative meeting. Then you got Almighty God, Triple H, sitting at the head of the table, and all everybody is trying to do is please Triple H. You're only gonna pitch things, bro, that Triple H likes. Look at poor Road Dogg, for God's sake. Brian James, bro. Brian James is a legend in this business. Brian James's dad was a legend in this business. Brian James is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, bro. And this dude is sitting in that meeting scared to death to talk up. Scared to death to disagree. You see it, bro. You see it in black and white. The guy literally is biting his tongue. Can you imagine Vince Russo in that freaking room, bro? Can you imagine Vince Russo when Triple H is sitting there saying, oh, yeah, Chelsea Green is talented. There's no question about that. Who's she going to work with? Who's she going to work with? Can you imagine me sitting in that hellhole? I swear to you guys, I'm not bullshitting you. I could not see myself sitting in that room for 10 minutes. And then you got the Mark saying, I'm bitter that I'm not in that fucking room. Guys, I said on Twitter today, and I'm swearing on my dead mother. my dead mother. I'd rather somebody take a dull hacksaw, dull, not even sharp, dull, and literally saw my testicles off. If somebody said, Vince, we're going to give you two choices. Number one, the WWE is going to hire you, and you've got to sit in that boardroom God knows how many hours a week. That's option number one. Option number two, we're going to find a dull hacksaw, and we are going to sever your testicles. Bro, without missing a beat, I would say, sever my testicles. Bro, they couldn't give me enough. My dead mother, $1 million, my dead mother, never would I put myself through that torture. That room on that show is torture. It is torture, bro. You got to remember, man, the people who wrote the Attitude Era. Remember the Attitude Era, bro? The era that old Purple Lips Bruce Pritchard said doesn't hold up. Remember that era, bro? 10,000 people, million people were watching, whatever. Bro, you know who wrote that? Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara at Vince Russo's house while Jerry Springer was on television. That's how the Attitude Era was written. Fast forward to that debacle that you see every week in Unreal. Bro, I counted. There's 13 people in that room. 13 people in that room. Compared to me and Ed Ferrara watching the Jerry Springer show and writing the next episode of Raw. And you're going to tell me the marks, a mark, I'm bitter that I'm not in that room. Bro, literally, seriously. I would take a continuous 24-hour enema. And you guys know, if you know my history, you know how I feel about enemas. When I was a kid, bro, literally, if I didn't shit in an hour, my mother was giving me an enema. I'm scared to death of the enema. I literally would take an enema for 24 straight hours rather than sit in that room. But who makes comments like that? Marks. Marks are the ones who make those comments, because the minute you say anything negative about the WWE, bro, they're coming after you. They're coming after you, bro. And I didn't say anything negative. Triple H purged our champion. Fact. CM Punk wrestles in a t-shirt because he's 50. Fact, bro. Fact. Guys, I see all your super stickers, and it's awesome. I'm going to get to them at the very, very end. You know, a lot of times, Jeff Lane was the one who says, oh, Vince, you got to answer the super stickers when they come up. No, bro, because then I break my train of thought. If I'm on a roll and I need to go to the super sticker, I break my train of thought, Jeff. So, guys, I appreciate the super stickers. I see every one of them, and I am going to answer every single one of them when I'm done talking. So the only people, when you look at the facts, when you look at me, when you look at the ball I'm having at JCW Lunacy, when you look in that freaking boardroom of death with the whiteboards, and you do the math, you come to the realization, bro, that's probably the last place Vince Russo would ever want to be. But then you got the freaking marks. And my God, bro, how easy it is to rile up these marks. How easy it is to get these marks going, bro. Why do you think I said those things, bro? I woke up this morning and I'm trending on freaking Twitter. And JCW is trending on Twitter. Why? because I said those two things. Bro, why do you think I said those two things, you moron marks? But, bro, here's the problem. And you guys have heard me say this forever. Let me again say, guys, any questions, comments, the super sticker, I'm going to answer all of them at the end. I have been telling you this forever. I've been telling you a couple of things, two things. Number one, the marks have convinced themselves that wrestling is real. That is a fact, bro. Watch them online, watch them in the crowd, listen to the things they say, look at the things they tweet. Look at Dave Meltzer. Look at Sean Sapp. Look at Hollywood Sausalito. Look at them all. Listen to them, bro. Listen to any dirt sheet show. Listen to them for 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes, you will ask yourself this question. Do these freaking marks think this is real? The answer is yes. They have convinced themselves that this is real. So when Vince Russo makes a factual statement about CM Punk, and Vince Russo says it because he knows the marks are going to be up in arms, and you believe it, you're a mark. You are an absolute mark. And bro, again, look at any of these dirt sheets. Go on any of these sites, bro. I don't care what it is. They have convinced themselves that wrestling is real. And bro, this is so fascinating to me because I mean, is it that the IQs are so low? Like, what is it that makes wrestling marks believe wrestling is real? Because, you know, guys, I started watching Stranger Things, which, bro, by the way, like after the first season, this show so jumped the shark. It's not even funny, bro. The first season was good, creative, different, and then we get Germans involved, and oh my God, bro. But here's my point. Wrestling is a television show. Stranger Things is a television show. When I watch wrestling, I know it's a television show. I know it's not real. As a writer, I know my job is to suspend your disbelief. I know my job is to get you engaged. I know my job is to get you to believe in that moment. But that's no different from any other television show or movie. That's the job of a writer, to get you engaged in the show. But when that show is over, you don't believe what you just saw was actually real. And I bring up Stranger Things because are you going to tell me, bro, that fans of Stranger Things like think that's real? Like when the episode is over, do they go and do podcasts like the episode they just saw is real? That's the part that I don't understand. And maybe they do. Please, if there's any Stranger Thing fans in the chat room, please tell me if you think that shit is really going on. Seriously. So I know normal people, fans of television, fans of movies, I know when the show is over, they don't believe what they just saw was actually real. Bro, I'm the biggest John Wick mark on the planet. I got a John Wick tattoo. That's how much I love the character John Wick. Bro, when the John Wick movie is over, I don't go doing podcasts like what I just saw was reality. If I want to break it down as a movie and a character, I will do that. I'm not going to carry on this about this show like it's real. And that's what these marks do. They, somewhere along the lines, have convinced themselves that professional wrestling is real, bro. They've convinced themselves of that. And I got to tell you, man, it is embarrassing, man. Listen to these people talk. Listen to these people talk, bro. Go listen to Sean Sapp with his toupee. Listen to him talk about wrestling. You sit there and you're like, bro, do you think this shit is real? Freaking Meltzer's still doing that. Listen to Meltzer talk about Japan and G4 and the blocks and all that stupid shit. You would think that this dude thinks wrestling is real. So like I'm constantly asking myself, how did it get to this, bro? Bro, in 1966, I was 5 years old. I discovered Batman, Adam West and Burt Ward. I fell in love with the show when I was 5 years old. Bro, I was 5 years old. I didn't think Batman was real. I didn't think Catwoman was real or the Penguin. I didn't think these were real characters. And maybe that's the problem, bro. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because there are no characters in wrestling anymore and they are who they are. Maybe that's why marks have been brainwashed into thinking this shit is real. Because I don't know what else it could possibly be. No normal person watches a television show or a movie over the age of 7 and thinks what they're watching is real. But the marks do, bro. The marks do. So when Vince Russo says, man, CM Punk, he's 50 years old and he's wearing a shirt, they go banana. They go freaking banana. I swear to God, bro, the wrestling marks, the wrestling media, the Dirt Sheet podcast, these people have killed the wrestling business. They have absolutely killed the wrestling business, bro. And when I say killed it, not for them. Wrestling marks, bro, are going to watch the show no matter what. I'm talking about the casual fans, man. I'm talking about the casual fans that look at these marks and basically say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, did you see on the 3rd episode of Unreal? Now, bro, I worked many years with Chris Parks, Abyss. Many years. Love the dude. I would like to think that the dude loved me. We had a great relationship, me and Chris Parks, bro. I would have given Chris Parks the shirt off my back, right? So, of course, bro, Chris Parks gets hired by the WWE, a dream job. And, of course, I never heard from Chris Parks again, of course. Meanwhile, bro, I work with the dude from 2002 to 2012 every single week. Guy gets hired from the WWE. I never hear from him again because God forbid they catch wind of me talking to Vince Russo. I may lose my job. And bro, that's fine. I'm cool with that. If working for them is more important than friendships, then I'm fine with that. But here's why I bring up Chris Parks. Bro, when you watch the 3rd episode of Unreal, and there's a spot in the Money in the Bank match. There's a spot, bro. And they go to the gorilla position, and Chris Parks is back there next to some other bald-headed dude. I didn't know who the bald-headed dude was. And, bro, these are people that work for the company. Chris Parks helped laid out the match. And, bro, they whoever it was takes a bump off the ladder. And these two, Parks and the bald-headed fella, are slapping each other and hugging each other and high-fiving each other. They were literally doing everything but tongue kissing because of a wrestling spot. They were so excited over a wrestling spot, literally like, again, I'm going to go back to 7-year-old children. 7-year-old children watching a wrestling show and watching a spot and going ape shit and going banana over a wrestling spot. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. That's not normal, bro. That's not normal. I sit back there every single week and I watch every single match on JCW. Bro, I'm not peeing my pants when the wrestlers hit a good spot. I'm not peeing my pants. I'm not hugging the person freaking next to me. It's weird shit, bro. It's freaking weird shit with these people in the wrestling bubble, including talent themselves, man. It is weird shit. All right, guys, I'm going all the way back to the beginning now. I'm going to start with the super stickers. I promised you. I told you I was going to get to every one. Guys, if you want ask me a question or a comment, now is the time to do it. A couple of things, though, bro, before I get to it, before I get to your comments. Please, man, JCW Lunacy, brand new episode every Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. We had a brand new episode air yesterday. You can catch up on it. Guys, patreon.com/Russo TWC. If you've never been a member of my Patreon, you can get a free week. You can get a free week, bro, to try us out. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/Russo TWC. Try us out. All right, guys, I am going to now go look for your super stickers, man. I saw quite a few of them. If anybody's got anything, here we go. King of Farts. I think King of Farts may have been in the watch-along yesterday with JCW. Vince, how WWE can have Attitude Out without Vince McMahon? I don't think they can, bro. I don't think they can. I don't think you could have an Attitude Era without Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was absolutely a vital key part of that show and that time, bro, without a shadow of a doubt. You cannot. Attitude Era would have never been the same without Vince McMahon in the middle of that. Danimo, happy Friday. Will there be falsy time in no, Danimal, there will not be. This is another term that the wrestlers and the marks have come up with. Falsy time, bro. Falsy time. You know what that is, bro? That's when there's 2 minutes left in a match and the wrestlers are hitting 97 false finishes. They now refer to that as falsy time, bro. Falsy time. Frank Logliskell, bro, how do you pronounce that? Loglissy. Frank Loglissy. What's up, Frank? The King of Pops is promising tons of surprises at the Rumble. Maybe Stephanie will get a second Hall of Fame induction. Trips can't book his way out of a paper bag. Well, Frank, it is crystal clear, and you're seeing it on Unreal. Triple H books for the Pops, man. And that's why I call him the King of Pops. That's all he knows how to do, bro. Either bring somebody in as a surprise, either bring somebody back after an injury. That's all he does. That's the only card he has. The King of Pops. And, bro, let me tell you something in wrestling. Pops come and go, bro. They're instantaneous. They come, they go. They don't last. But that's the only card that Triple H has as a booker. Frank, again, if Violent J put you in a box and you came out, you're guaranteed to get over. Jim Cole, 1,000%. 1,000%, man. If Violent J would have made the decision to put me in a box, I would have been over when I came out, without a shadow of a doubt. Guys, please, man, feel free. Super stickers or donations, nothing I won't answer. Did the WWE fill you, Stevie and Ben, in about their creative when you were consulting? What would you have done if you were kayfabed with the R-Truth situation? No, bro, the WWE did not know that me, Stevie, and Ben were consulting for the USA Network. They did not know that. The USA Network kept that from the WWE. What would you have done if you were kayfabe with the R-Truth situation? I would have called them marks, bro. I would have called them marks, bro. They're kayfabing the guys in the match. In the match, Triple H is kayfabing the guys in the match about R-Truth hitting the match. That's a mark, bro. That's a mark. Triple H may be the biggest mark of all. John Kelly, Vinny Rue is back in the game. God bless, Vince. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, bro, there ain't any place else I would be. I mean, there is not anywhere else I would be. And listen, man, JCW was a hard decision. It really was, because I know what goes into writing a weekly television show, bro. I know what travel looks like. I know what the road looks like. So it was a very, very, very hard decision. I'm glad I made the decision. I enjoy what I'm doing. I love working with Violent J. I love the JCW locker room. All right is right. Let's see. Cool kid, Mr. Russo. I'm really enjoying JCW. I lost all hope over the years that you would be head writer again. Finally, show I can watch. Whoop, whoop. Well, man, we need you guys to spread the word, because here's the bottom line. No matter how good it is, no matter how much you enjoy it, if people don't watch it, it's not going to be around. I mean, that's the reality, man. You got to watch it. You got to support it. You got to tell other people about it. Like I said, brand new episode last night at 7 o'clock Eastern on YouTube, JCW Lunacy. Okay, we got Lovely Doll. I'd snap. I can't deal with the nonsense. Probably talking about the that writer's room, bro. It is so depressing to watch. It is so freaking depressing. I get so depressed when I see that. I don't know. I mean, poor Brian James, bro. My buddy Bobby Roode's in that room. Oh my God, bro. It is so depressing. Oh gosh. Plot with Jones. What's up, Plot? Member for 7 months. Yeah, guys, you could be a member of the YouTube channel. I think it's like $1 a month, and you get exclusive channels. Also, guys, I want to tell you about this YouTube channel right here. Please, man, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please subscribe. It is free. It will cost you nothing. Please like the channel. Please leave comments. Jeff Lane is really, really working hard on this channel. With the algorithms, and the more you're involved in it, bro, the more successful it is. Society Reviews. Vince, you attack the marks. God, CM Punk. Bro, if me pointing out the obvious is an attack, I don't know what to say. The dude's 50 years old and he's wearing a t-shirt. That's an attack. T-Square. JCW is the best wrestling show out now. It has a fraction of the roster and the money. No shit, bro. Absolutely. But it's more entertaining than any other show. Standing ovation. Thank you very much, T-Square. Guys, just please spread the word. Spread the word. Check out last night's episode. This is what I love about Violent J. Violent J, when he's talking about JCW. He doesn't go on and on and on and on like Tony Khan. This match was great. This show was great. All In was the best. The Continental Classic was the best. This guy's great. That guy's great. This match was my favorite match. You know what Violent J says? Here's what he says. I'm asking you to watch 2 episodes. That's all I'm asking you. Watch 2 episodes. Watch 2 episodes, because Violent J is confident that after you watch those 2 episodes, you're going to continue to watch. So what that basically is, guys, is that's us putting our money where our mouth is. You understand? We're putting our money where our mouth is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how great it was and the characters are great and the talent's great and this one's great and that one's great and the Continental Classic. I'm going to tell you to watch it. That's it. We're asking you to watch 2 episodes, guys. Dustin the Grim. Good morning, Vince. Great work on your shows, and JCW. Looking forward to the future. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dustin. Guys, again, super stickers, donations. Now's the time to get them in. I will get to all of them as I'm scrolling through a lot of comments, man. I love your comments, guys. Thank you so much for the comments. Are you Peacecraft? Remember, before the Royal Rumble, there were qualifying matches and lottery drum segments. Now they have no buildups in storytelling, and it just feels like another random PLE they want us to pay $30 for. SMH. Exactly, Ryu. And what is Triple H saying? There's going to be surprises. There's going to be surprises. There's going to be surprises. That's all he's got, bro. That's all they got. All they got. That's it. You're 1,000% right. No buildups, no storytelling, nothing. But there's going to be surprises. And you know what, bro? The marks will tune in for the surprises, bro. They will tune. And how many times has Triple H said there's going to be a great surprise and has never delivered? How many freaking times? And you keep getting suckered in, bro. JWW. Is that right? JWW. I think that's right. Is JCW looking for video editors? I got some pretty good recap skills cutting together highlight videos, trailers, and rivalry packages. Hey, bro, feel free. Drop me an email, Jay, at officialvincerusso@gmail.com. Just drop me an email. Okay, I am going on, bro. We've got Jacob Kubak. Great show last night. I think I know what's happening to Big Vito, but I'll refrain on saying. The fact that TKO stole your champion shows they're worried about you. Let them squirm. I don't think they're worried about us, Jacob. I mean, obviously, we don't have their money to be able to put on a show like they do. But I definitely think, it was to stick it up my ass. And who cares? I could care less. Guys, I made it clear to you. I was very happy for Matt Cardona. Matt made no bones about it. He was hoping to go back there. Matt's a great dude, bro. And I was 1,000% happy for him. And, bro, I got to tell you, myself and Violent J, bro, we will create new characters all day long. All day long, bro, we will create new characters. So, if they did it to shove it up my ass, okay, guys, you showed me. Aaron Sheen became a YouTube member. Thank you, Aaron. Like I said, guys, $1 a month, bro. You could become a YouTube subscriber and get exclusive videos. Vinny Tudart, you talked me into watching 2 episodes of JCW. Vinny, that's all I can ask, bro. That's all I can ask. That's it, bro. We put our money where our mouth is. Thank you very much. Guys, again, you want to get in your super stickers, now is the time. There's 600 people in here, man. I want to thank you guys very much. Please, man, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like the channel. Leave comments. If you like what you're hearing, Try Patreon out for a week, bro. It is free. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. Cosmic Joe, name 3 wrestlers who you would like to work with on JCW. That aren't under contract now, Cosmic Joe, is that who we're talking about? Definitely at the top of my list would be Karrion Kross and Scarlett. I would love to work with them. I've made that clear to them. Bro, there's a lot of really, really good talent out there. And you see, man, we brought in Jonathan Coachman last night, bro. Jonathan Coachman is now a part of JCW. I'd love to work with Anderson and Gallows, bro. I love those dudes, man. Those dudes are freaking hysterical, man. I would love to work with them. Tom Brady, 7 rings. CM Punk has done it all. He gets pops like Roman. Okay. Hey, listen, I don't take anything away. I'm not taking anything away from CM Punk. I said he's 50 years old and he wears a shirt to wrestle. Cross Up Coalition. SmackDown under 1 million viewers again. Are the networks happy? What do you think McMahon would have done if ratings tanked to record lows? I think he would have done something, bro, because obviously when the ratings were tanking, Vince McMahon brought me in. Obviously, that's how I got my opportunity. So I would assume Vince would be doing something, bro. Let me go down, see if there's any more. Guys, now is the time. Super Stickers donations. Big Josh Hinkle, what's up, Josh? JCW is the best. Keep up the great work, bro. Thank you very, very much, Josh. Aaron, JCW has the Attitude Era feel. Thank you, bro. You know why, bro? I'm going to tell you why, Aaron. It's got the Attitude Era feel. There's no rules, bro. There's no rules. There's no, you got to do this and you can't do that. Just like Triple H said on the show. Chelsea Green, you can't put her with Liv because Liv would have to beat her. You can't put her with Jade Cargill because Jade Cargill would have to beat her. You can't put her with Tiffy Time because they're already making rules, bro. Those are rules, man. Those are regulations. Those are putting yourself in a box. Bro, there is no, you can't do this. You can't do that. You got to do this. You got to do that in professional wrestling. You write the shit, bro. You make it up. You make up the shit, bro. You could do whatever you want. And you guys saw Triple H put Chelsea Green in a box. You guys saw it. You think if Chelsea Green was working at JCW, Vince Russo would put her in a box? No, Chelsea, you can only do this. No, Chelsea, you're only going to go this far. No, Chelsea, you can't beat Liv Morgan, Chelsea. You can't beat Alexa Bliss. You think Vince Russo is going to put those restrictions on a Chelsea Green? How great she freaking is. How entertaining she is. So that's what you're feeling with JCW. There are no rules. There are no regulations. Chris became a YouTube member. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys, I think I got them all. I think I am all caught up. I actually got to go do another podcast in about 10 minutes, and I need to get some coffee, bro. Need my coffee. Guys, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Again, man, 2 episodes. That's all we're asking. Watch 2 episodes. Watch them over the weekend, bro. JCW Lunacy. That is all we're asking. Guys, get that free week of Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, like the channel, follow the channel, comment on the channel. Guys, you are awesome. God bless you all, man. Have a great, great, great weekend.
Yeah,